What up, y'all? Blockchain Bird, Early Bird Crypto. Check the timestamp is May 10th, 2025 at approximately 2:28 a.m. Let's take a look at what's happening in the crypto market right now. Now, if you see on my setup here, my new office, I'm showing the top 100 crypto on each screen. The difference is this is the 1 hour time frame, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, and the past 1 year of the top 100. This one is slightly different on this screen, but you get it. Now, what do you see? Do you see a lot of green or do you see a lot of red? If you look at all of the charts together, is it mostly green or mostly red? Now, if you look a year ago, many of these coins are still in the red compared to where they were a year ago. So Gala Games was 54% more expensive. Atom was 45% more expensive. Fetch was 62% more expensive. I mean, it's a lot of these, and it's just the top 100. Now a lot of them blew up, but we looking for the red. Dog with Hat down 72%. That's probably gonna pump again at some point for no reason. Celestia down 66.9%. But let's take a look on the smaller time frames now. Look at the past 3 months. Still a lot of red. Kind of similar to the year chart. Kind of similar. Some of the same coins in the red. But what you will notice is, if we step in here, let's look at them same coins. So they started climbing. You can see some of these more, it looks like more are climbing. You look at this chart, it's a lot of red. You look at this chart, it's still a lot of red, but a lot more green. Then when you go back to the past 30 days, everything is pumping right now. Look at these numbers. Just 30 days. Imagine doubling, tripling, quadrupling your money in just 30 days. Whether $1 or $1,000,000. You go back a week. Look at this. Everything in the past 7 days, all green. Past 1 day, all green, with the exception of a few. And even just the past 1 hour, look how much these joints are pumping. In an hour, 5%. And just the past hour, all green. So what you are witnessing here is the fact that a year ago, yes, the market was down. And as we get the smaller, closer time frames, everything is turning green. Since the past month at least. Somewhere between the past 3 months, past 1 month, these started moving again. And even if you look closer to the past 7 days, the past day, the past hour, it's only going higher. Now, let's take a look and see why this might be pumping. Perhaps Bitcoin might be going up right now. Oh, this might be the tall tale right here. Look at that. Here's the past 1 day. Even just the past hour. Look, Bitcoin going up. It just went up from 103, 154, 103, 729. Now it's desperate to break above 104 to 105. If it breaks past that, who knows where it might go. We may be off to the races. I'm not even gonna lie. Bitcoin is already pumping, but it's been stuck in this zone for a while. And it's been so long that I think it's a lot of power behind it, willing to propel it in one direction or another. I can't say which way, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm sorry for the hiatus, but life been life, and it's been a lot of changes, and I just gotta roll with the punches and stuff, you know. But undoubtedly, we've been waiting since 2021, 2022 for another major bull run. This whole time we were down the past 3 years, all buying opportunity. That's why this channel is here. We are still very early. But if you want to make the real big multiples, you got to get in early. Get in and sit in and just sit back and watch the show. You cannot keep your money in fiat currency. It's going to constantly be devalued day by day, week by week, month by month. When crypto is kind of like having a winning lottery ticket. Let's say you got this XRP. Let's say you bought this years ago. Let me just click on here and show you. Let's go to CoinMarketCap for more detail. Currently, XRP is sitting at $2.38. $2.38. Not bad at all. Now, if this data will load here, I can make my point by showing the chart. But for some reason, I don't know why it's going so slow right now. But the reason why I say I wanted to show XRP is an example because XRP, the price was hindered for many years. And it seemed like doom and gloom, and, you know, and in hindsight, you realize that was all one big buying opportunity. See, so let's go to the year all-time chart here. I think I did it right. Look at that. Look how much of XRP's life it was down in the trenches. Let's see if we can get the price here. Where are we at? Let's see if I gotta scroll down more. Oh, okay, there we go. So you see here, much of its life, it's been below 50 cents for years. I mean, you know, you go way back here in 2016, 17, well, it's 2014, 2-cent XRPs, less than a penny XRPs. Imagine getting these back then and just holding. And now each one is worth $3, $4 a piece. This is insanity. How much money you can make in this market. It's insanity. Just by being patient. I want to show you that the high times is not the majority of the times. It's the low times when you really want to shine, when you really want to fill your bags up. You don't even want to think twice. Because you could ask yourself, would I rather pay this price when it went up here, it was at 104, or would I rather pay this price down here at 30 cents? Common sense says buy the low number. But it's easy to get spooked out of the market and it feels like it's done forever, but it's not. That's why I tell my friends, you kind of got to make it through a whole 4-year cycle to understand what's really going on. Because as a new investor, it seems so easy. It's like, oh, why not do this and why not? No. You gotta learn. You gotta learn from your ups and downs, because those times where you get FOMO and you get the fear of missing out and you want to buy something and you know it already pumped and you want to still chase that pump, you end up losing. Or if you get impatient, when you first bought that crypto, you knew exactly why you bought them. You had a thesis behind it. You know, there was some catalyst or something that made you say there's going to be potential in this in the future. Then somewhere along the way, a new shinier coin comes along, you get distracted, and bam, you cash out your coins that you may have bought for way cheaper than where they'll appreciate to. But you didn't know because you wasn't patient enough to watch it. That new shiny coin got your attention. You put your money on that, and that dumped on you. It happens. I think at some point I thought I could move the market. I ain't no whale. I don't mean in that way. When I say move the market, I mean it almost seemed as if every time I sell a crypto, then the price pump. Every time I buy a crypto, then the price drop. So I'm like, man, do I gotta use reverse psychology or something on the market? I gotta make a buy here, and then when they dump, then buy the real bag, and then I gotta play games with the market. I feel like somebody's watching me and just like clicking buttons and making me lose every time I get excited, every time I get comfy. But the market will give you some gains. The market will always give you some gains. But when you wake up and see the coins you had is up 1,000,000%, 10,000%, 30,000% in a year, and you had hundreds of dollars worth of this, that could have made you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. It's sickening. It's sickening. But anyway, I hope you guys like my setup I have here. I really dreamt about this and plotted on this for a very long time. And the cool thing is, I made it into a wall. Uh-oh. About to make a boo-boo. So you can see here, I can move my little wall here, take it with me wherever I need to go, and everything comes off because everything is strapped down by Velcro. So each one of these tablets can come off. Charger can reach to all of them. And yeah, it's pretty cool. You could do a whole lot of charting from here. But now let's get right into the meat and potatoes. Now let's start looking at different time frames. But see, I'm so excited by this top 100 right here. Let's move on to the next group. So here we have 101 through 200 in the past 1 hour. A lot of green, 90+% green. Here's the top 101 through 200 the past 1 day. All green. Insane gains in 1 day. Now, for some reason, this tablet keep acting funny on me. But some of the numbers are here. Look at this, the past week, 101 through 200. Look at these gains. And the whole thing ain't low, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here, but we're going to skip right over that. So here we are at 101 through 200 the past 30 days. So we got Mark going up 189, Deep up 252, Turbo 251, Dog. I mean, everything is pumping right now. All green. Hundreds across the board, 200s in a month. That's why I say somewhere between the past 3 months and 1 month and 3 months, something changed. There's been a shift in the pattern, major, from coins being in the red to green to all green. So again, here's 101 through 200. A lot more red, a lot more discounts. Look at this. That one right there down 93%. I think that's Mantra. Yes, that is correct. That is Mantra. Mantra went from $8.43 down to 35.5 cents. And right now you can find that on Binance, Bitmark, Kraken, Bybit, Crypto.com. I doubt it, but we'll look. We'll see. That's a heavy discount. I don't know if that's crashing all the way down, but who knows? Matter of fact, let me see here. Let's check one more thing. Oh, finally. Because it's down 94% on the month, 11% on the week. It's finally moving on the day a little bit. Might look into that one. Might be worth the risk. Gotta do more research. And before my phone dies here, last but not least, 101 through 200. on the past 1 year. Look how these coins pump, but then also look at how many are on sale in comparison. I mean, could you imagine being at 5,400% in a year? 12,000, almost 13,000% in a year. You talking about $1,300 for every $1 you invested a year ago. That is no limit to how much you could buy. Gotta love crypto. Now, let me charge up here before we crash. And we'll be back as soon as my phone charges a little bit more.